Hey guys. Okay. And it's Gus and Alan again. I wanted to make another short video real quick, touching on something that I spoke of in a couple of videos ago about the Ark of the Covenant and the different things that it could mean or what it could be or what have you. I will talk about it or further in this video. Was let's go ahead and presume that there was a box that Moses built. He was given directions to make exactly, and everything in the Bible's happened as exactly as it says. Which again, there's no way to really prove that or not. But let's go ahead and say that all of that's true. Would that mean? Would that make it safe to say that since mankind has harnessed electricity and used it to create technology, that God would be like, oh, I didn't realize that they would do that. Couldn't the Ark of the Covenant? There's Gus. Also, mean. I mean, couldn't there be a second meaning to it? Like if and if God creates everything and is in everything that you see, then something like electricity, like which causes sparks, arcs, would be something that if one of His creations were to be allowed to harness it, that there would have to be some type of a covenant. Like, look, basically don't use it, don't misuse it or take it for granted and multiple things like that, because look where technology's gotten us today. That's This video ain't gonna be too long, but I just wanted to touch on retouch on that subject, because and go ahead, and for anyone who might be wondering and wanting to say, oh, you don't believe in the ark, let's go ahead and say it is real. That if you go against what I'm saying in addition to it, then that's calling God kind of negligent, because again, with power and electricity given, we have a form of life that's never been able to be lived on Earth before, and it's only happened for a couple of hundred years now, if that, however long we've had electricity, basically. And look how quickly it's advanced and how significant of a thing it is to have harness the power of electricity. And again, if you actually believe, like I do, me and Gus do, that God's literally in, God is everything, He's in everything, created everything, that from, if you do try to separate Him out and look at mankind, that he would see something like this coming. See that, okay, I know what you're going to do if you get electricity. So are you going to be good with it, or are you going to do what's been done today with it? And obviously, mankind has chose to go with the latter. For the most part, again, it's all good. I mean, we got a heater that we use when it gets cold. It ain't nothing like that. It's a more broad perspective on the thing. But the Ark of the Covenant, it's quite a interesting subject, and where we've come today in the leisure that a small portion of humans have compared to the rest of the world, which is something else I may talk on later. But yeah, this will be a part two to my Ark of the Covenant, something to think about. Any ministers, whether they're Southern Baptist or Catholic or a Mormon bishop, wants to come at me sideways, which I'm sure a lot of them would. I would love to talk to anybody. I mean, face to face. Let's talk about these things. It's very interesting. But let's go ahead and say that it is. The Ark of the Covenant was a real thing in the Bible. That could does that mean that God didn't see this coming? What mankind was going to do with electricity and how spoiled that they were going to become? Who all can live off the land anymore besides the people who in the Amazon and different parts of the world who always have and still do. But once they get a hold of electricity, it's like everyone forgets. In a minute, everybody forgets where uh, 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 I'd say where they come from, and like I said, how the natural way of living, if you will, should be. And I said electricity is a fabulous thing, but I think it should be doled out in proper allotments. I don't know that everyone should have it. I mean, look at some of the evil and stuff that goes on using cell phones and the communication with each other, and uh, I would say surveillance and stuff. There's just so much stuff. All the things that are bad. Besides, one caveman going to another one and hitting him in the head with a club, anything that's bad, all of these things are caused by electricity. And again, I said the spoiling, basically, the ruining of the human race. I mean, nobody knows what it's like to, at least in my neck of the woods to go without heating and air conditioning. I mean, that's unheard of, unthinkable. And out of all the time, the millions of years or whatever that humans have existed, this is the only bracket of time that people are becoming more, I don't say sissified, but because of it, because the misuse of it and not appreciating what it actually is and realizing that it is like everything else, a gift from God and should be reverenced in a way, not to separate it from anything else, but you should reverence everything that is, because you can't say of anything that exists that God isn't in, except maybe a bad attitude or bad behavior. But again, you wouldn't know good without bad, and that's something for a different video. But Gus is pulling at me. I'm gonna have to go make this one kind of short, but just something to think about. Remember, try to be nice to everybody, because we are too. I'm trying. And everybody, appreciate it. Now, see you on the next one.